ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. 3-0 versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in Week 4. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
When they put the ball in J.K. Dobbins' chest and he carries it, he runs with a lot of determination and aggressiveness. Just one start last year as a rookie, but still managed 805 yards and 9 touchdowns. I think he's ready for a big year 2 leap. Now the lead runner for the Baltimore Ravens.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the E. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. Yetur Gross-Matos there to bring him down. 2nd and 7. Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Now Locke. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Locke now on 1st down. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
Justin Tucker under the field goal. A 51-yard.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is.
Distance was never an issue, not in this mile-high air. But it doesn't matter what elevation you're at if you don't put it on target. And this one kind of takes off on him.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Locke working out of the gun. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Give him 32 on the play.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation, and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, we got 3 down.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. From the gun, it's Locke. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Shotgun snap to Locke. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Locke. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this is absolutely a defensive coordinator's worst nightmare as well, because they spend all week preaching about the need to wrap up and make sure tackles. But what a letdown here, and it winds up costing a big yardage.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Again, Gordon.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Blocked now on 3rd and goal. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. It's a gain of 7 on the ground, but they'll be faced with 3rd and long.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's the All-Pro Von Miller who came in to belt him behind the line. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Jackson from the shotgun.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag.
but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. Now, how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? Be able to get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Dobbins. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Third and goal now, mere inches from Pater. They'll look to run with Edwards. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Gus Edwards, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team...
And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Odafe. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Got Gordon open, completes it. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. To throw it is Locke. No escape for Locke, and he'll go down. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Check, check. 40's Mike. 40's the Mike. 40's the Mike. Here we go. Hey, go Mike 40. Mike 40. Let's put him on the glasses. Let's put that deal on.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot.
They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Clock now to throw. Into the hands of Patrick, left side. And all the way down to the 27.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Again, they'll throw with Locke. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Here's Locke to throw. That's out to the flat for Gordon. Touchdown, Broncos! Melvin Gordon, as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken at the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Now Jackson. Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. Fighting his way through contact. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And now Cooper, slow to get up, staying down after that last play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any? And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by the rookie Odafe Owe. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Fakes the give to Gordon. Now here's Locke to throw. This is the tight end Fant. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here's Locke. Going right back to Fant. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. That catch good for only a couple. Throwing again on 2nd down. Locke. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Patrick. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now Locke again. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. A good productive run there on 1st down. He winds up getting 8.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From midfield, here's Locke. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, check Mike, Mike 6, Mike 6. Here we go, Mike 6.
Locke gonna throw. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Needed 13, they got 14 on 3rd down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to the ground now with Gordon. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On first down, Locke. And incomplete on the deep ball. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And now it's second down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Locke and Sutton on the connection there for a Denver first down.
And unfortunately, in 2020, in the season opener, Cortland Sutton tore his ACL. But remember, over 1,100 yards in 2019, his future is still awfully bright.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, switch the mic right here. Go, Mike.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 3 down. 40's Mike. 40's Mike.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Mike, 40.
Now on 2nd and 16. Locke. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Odafe Owe in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack.
Hey, check Mike.
Now Locke. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. The kick by McManus is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. So that'll back them up 5. Here's Jackson to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you look at the next-gen stats, you'll see that he topped out at an even 21 miles an hour.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with...
Open man Watkins, touchdown Baltimore. Sammy Watkins with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Ravens are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Locke.
This will be caught. Judy.
Touchdown! Jerry Judy with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Broncos cut into that lead.
For Jerry Judy, this is why he was a first-round pick back in 2020. The route running, the hands are great, but the speed, that sets him apart.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
And Locke going to try and throw for it.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Nathan Shepard in there to make the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down now. It's Edwards. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Ravens on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A good pickup there at 22. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. Dobbins running out of the gun. Fighting through it, he's got space. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 85 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their off. On the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins.
Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing on first down is Locke. He's got Gordon. It's a room to maneuver. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Locke now on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Locke going to get this into the hands of Gordon.
Heck of a move, and then brought down near the 23. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. Locke looks to throw it again. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Drew Locke taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Now a handoff for Dobbins.
And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points.